So, you're thinking about studying IGCSE Economics, huh? You've probably glanced at the syllabus, seen all the topics, but what's the real point of it all? In this explainer, we're going to look past the reading list and get to the heart of the matter. What Cambridge actually wants you to learn, and maybe more importantly, the kind of thinker you'll become. Let's get into it. First things first, you've got to understand that IGCSE Economics isn't just another subject to memorize. It's really about getting a whole new lens to see the world through. I mean, think about why your favorite sneakers cost what they do, or what goes into the price of your lunch. Economics gives you the tools to understand that massive, invisible web of choices and consequences that's all around us. It's a guide to making sense of a world where we have endless wants, but, well, limited stuff to go around. That leads us to the big question, doesn't it? What does it actually mean to think like an economist? It sounds cool, but what is it? Well, that's what we're here for. We're going to break down the skills and the mindset that you're going to build, all based on the official aims from Cambridge itself. You know, every pro needs their toolkit, right? A carpenter has a hammer, a doctor has a stethoscope, and an economist is no different. So the very first step on this journey is building your own economist's toolkit. This is where you get all the essential gear, the fundamentals you'll use to take apart and understand pretty much any economic problem you come across. A huge part of that toolkit is just learning to speak the language. One of the main goals here is to get you feeling totally confident using economic terms and concepts. You'll be throwing around words like scarcity, market failure, and opportunity cost, which, by the way, is just a fancy way of saying the next best thing you gave up to get what you wanted. Once you know the lingo, you can join the conversation. And beyond just the words, you're going to get a handle on the big theories. You can think of these as the operating systems that run our economies. You'll understand the basic code behind things like supply and demand, what causes inflation, and how economies grow. It's like getting a peek under the hood of how the financial world really works. Okay, so once you've got that toolkit packed with terms and theories, it's time to actually start using it. This is where things get really interesting. The next major aim of the course is to help you move from just knowing this stuff to actively doing something with it. This is the bit where you really start to transform into a sharp analytical thinker. So how does that happen? It's basically a three-step process. You'll learn to take information, could be a graph, a news report, a bunch of stats, and use your economic tools to figure out what it all means. And then, the crucial part, you'll learn how to build a clear, logical argument to explain your findings. Honestly, that's a superpower that's valuable no matter what you end up doing in life. And check this out. It's not just about describing what's happening right now. It's about developing a bit of foresight. You'll learn to look at a complex issue like pollution or unemployment and really analyze the potential ripple effects of different solutions. You know, what might happen if the government raises a certain tax? Or what are the consequences of a new trade deal? You'll learn to think a few steps ahead. And this is where it all comes together. A huge part of IGCSE Economics is making sure that what you're learning actually matters in the real world. This isn't just about theory for theory's sake. It's about connecting what you learn in class to the biggest issues and trends that are shaping our world today. You'll be applying your new knowledge to some seriously big topics. We're talking about massive forces, like how a changing population affects a country, the good and bad sides of globalization, and the huge economic challenge of environmental sustainability. This is what makes your learning feel relevant and, really important. Okay, so finally, IGCSE Economics isn't just about what you know when you're done. It's about the person you become along the way. Cambridge has actually identified 5 key qualities that this course is designed to build in you. Let's take a quick look at who you're going to become. You'll become confident. And this isn't about being loud or arrogant. It's about having the confidence to take what you've learned, form your own reasoned opinions, and be able to back them up, whether that's in an essay or a classroom discussion. You'll learn to be responsible. This means really getting that economic decisions aren't just numbers on a page. They have real impacts on people, on communities, and on the environment. It's about understanding the weight of those choices. The course will also help you become reflective. Economics is full of debates and different points of view. You'll learn how to listen to different arguments, understand that there's not always one simple right answer, and become a more thoughtful and nuanced thinker because of it. You'll be encouraged to be innovative. This means using that economic toolkit you've built to think about not just today's problems, but the massive challenges coming our way in the future. Things like the economics of AI or how to build a truly sustainable economy. And finally, you'll become an engaged learner. The whole point is to give you the economic awareness you need to be an active, thoughtful participant in society. You'll be ready not just to understand the world, but maybe even to help make it a little bit better. So there you have it. From building that foundational toolkit to becoming a confident, responsible, and engaged thinker, those are the real goals of IGCSE Economics. Fundoo Tutor is a personalized learning platform that helps students succeed in Cambridge, IB, and other international curriculums with expert mentorship, structured learning support, and engaging resources.